Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Main Street Talk podcast, your go-to podcast for all the Disney World news, tips, tricks, updates, all the construction, and the seemingly never-ending amounts of permits they're filing. I am your host, Nick, and as always is Joni.
Hi.
So we are down to 2 weeks.
2 weeks. What's
we have 2 weeks left until our big giveaway.
Uno, dos.
Only 2 posters left to give away.
That's right.
So if you have friends or family that want to get in on the contest, there's only 2 weeks left. We are already brainstorming for our next giveaway after this one.
I've already made a proposal.
The proposal's on the table, which went to the board, which is myself and Joni.
So we're 50% there.
So we're 50% there. We turned in all the required paperwork. So yeah, just 2 weeks left. 2 posters left.
We were not Mike Wazowski.
No. Yeah.
we filled out our paperwork.
Roz. Is that her name? Roz Wazowski.
Yeah.
So yeah, guess what else is exciting? I got the podcast on TikTok.
Oh, nice.
I have not been on TikTok since probably 2020. I just got rid of the app because it was, I don't know, just wasn't my thing. But I have got the podcast on there and I've been uploading videos.
Oh, nice.
So that is Main Street Talk podcast is the TikTok. You can search us there. So
I'm not a TikToker. I'm a TikTok scroller. So
yeah, so I'm learning as I go, but yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of engagement so far. So
you can fall so deep into videos
you can,
like that.
You can, and you got to limit yourself. That's why I kind of got rid of.
Feel the wrinkles setting in as you're scrolling.
The first time I had a personal TikTok, I would find myself like laying in bed, and it was an hour and a half later.
Yeah, that's.
And I'm still watching TikToks.
I know,
but I'm laughing.
I know.
I'm watching funny videos, but yeah,
that's right.
So anyways, yeah, we've had a lot of engagement so far. So
please TikTok responsibly.
Yeah, I'm excited. And it's changed since I was on it last.
Well, yeah, so, it's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years.
Yeah, things changed.
Yeah, so that's exciting. Before we get into it, I would just like to say if you like this podcast, please rate it and comment in your podcast player. That helps the show out, get found with other Disney World fans and anybody that just likes to listen to podcasts and listen about Disney news. So with that, let's get into the news.
Diving in.
So we always start at Magic Kingdom. In Magic Kingdom, Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger is now officially closed for refurbishment.
Okay.
It will reopen in 2026.
Okay.
So that's the overhaul. They're going to add new vehicles, blasters, targets, and
I'm excited for that.
And I saw a picture of the doors, and there's a sign on the doors that said "Operation Suspended," like
nice.
In all like space writing, like Buzz Lightyear style.
That's neat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, it is closed until 2026. And also over at Magic Kingdom, this is exciting. The Beak and Barrel Pirates of the Caribbean Tavern opening and reservation dates have been announced, and it's right around the corner. The opening date is going to be Friday, August 29th of this year, 2025. Reservations for the pub will open on August 14th, and guests will be able to book reservations online or the MDE, My Disney Experience app, and it will also be open during the Halloween and Christmas parties.
Oh.
I believe they're going to have time limits, though.
Yeah.
I think you can go in there, each party, your group can go in.
Sure.
I think I read for 45 minutes.
And it's all just sit-down dinners?
It's, no, it's like,
when you said reservation.
I think they're doing reservations because it's new and it's going to be.
I got you.
It's not going to be a sit-down restaurant.
I see. Well, and let's be honest. I mean, you pay extra money. You pay a lot of extra money to go to the party. And then who wants to go sit in a restaurant the entire time there anyway? I mean, enjoy enjoy all the shortened lines of everything.
I'm excited to see it just because, I'm a big,
for sure.
big Pirates. I like the movies, but the ride has always been one of my favorites since I've been a child. So I liked all the theming of that.
Yeah.
So, and along with that, the cast members at Magic Kingdom's Pirates of the Caribbean attraction are getting new costumes soon.
Oh, okay.
I have not heard a date they're going to be sporting these new costumes, but I saw pictures. They're pretty cool. They're in the old, piratey type Caribbean.
I don't know. What do you mean, because you didn't show me?
Well, I don't. What pirates wear.
I
what
will
pirates
Google
look
it
like.
myself.
And there are 2 more sellout dates for Mickey's Not So Scary Party. Speaking of the parties, August 22nd and September 12th are now showing as unavailable.
So which ones are still available?
Well, there's 6 sold out total. I'm going to give you those 6. August 15th, opening night.
Sold out dates.
Yes, these are sold out dates.
Okay.
August 15th, opening night is sold out. August 17th, August 19th, August 22nd, September 12th, and of course, Halloween night.
Sure.
So those are all sold out. If you're planning on going, you got to get those tickets. These seem to be selling out quicker than usual than I remember last year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we went in August. When did we buy last year? Because we went in August.
We bought, it was like 2 or 3 weeks before.
We were the ones that had our brains halfway turned off and went in August for a Halloween party.
Well, we had to go. We found flights for $37 each out of Illinois. So we found those flights and we're like,
oh, why not?
We have to go to the party. So we had literally had like 3 weeks of planning.
That's true.
But it was fine. It was fun. It
was worth it.
It was definitely worth it.
For sure.
So yeah, get those tickets sooner rather than later. And over at Hollywood Studios, I didn't really want to nitpick at all these, but there's obviously more permits being filed over there for construction. The only notable one I saw that they think it's for, the article I was reading, is the archway that leads into Animation Courtyard.
Okay.
For demolition of that. Mm-hmm. So that will be the new animation area when they get rid of Star Wars Launch Bay. And I did see they're building something over near Galaxy's Edge. Nobody knows what it is. Like, I've looked on several websites. It's there, but nobody knows what it is. So keep an eye out for that. It could be something small. They could just be clearing land. I don't know. But Disney has not released what they're doing over there. And like I said, I don't want to, nitpick at every single permit that gets filed because Disney is breaking ground very fast. But this one I found notable because they filed a permit for Dinosaur. And the reason I found this notable is because Dinosaur is still open. It's not closing until 2026.
Well, yeah.
They've already filed a permit. They filed a few, but this one is notable because it was filed in, I think, August 6th. I don't have that date written down. I think it was filed August 6th. And it's good for a year. This permit is mainly to be focused on sets, props, and audio. So they know that we're pretty sure the layout is going to stay the same.
Right. That's what we've been told.
Yeah, because it's the same at Indiana Jones and Disneyland and Tokyo. So there's no expected track change or anything.
It'll still be your jerky worky.
Yeah. So hopefully they make it a little.
No, I don't think they're going to.
I hope they do. That give you whiplash.
Yeah, it does. Okay, anyway,
so yeah, it's just the permits are, for retheming sets, props, like I said, audio, stuff like that. But I just thought that notable because they were already filing this in August and it's not even closed yet. So maybe they got to do stuff behind the scenes they need permits for. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And that's it for park news, but there was some big news that Disney announced outside of the parks this week. If you're a sports fan, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you're not, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, and you probably don't care. But this is big news. The Walt Disney Company announced they finalized an agreement between ESPN and the NFL Network. So ESPN now owns the NFL Network.
Wow.
And the NFL will acquire, in the deal, NFL will acquire 10% stake in ESPN. So that's big news. The NFL Network is big.
Yes.
And ESPN, which Disney owns ESPN, has acquired the NFL Network.
Huh.
That's
interesting. I wonder if they'll put something up in Disney Springs.
I don't know. They used to have an ESPN zone in Walt Disney World. Yeah, I don't know. And I think I did read they're going to leave. So the NFL Network has the NFL Red Zone, which is where you watch all the games on. Mm-hmm. They're going to let the NFL continue to run that.
Okay.
Because they do a good job of that.
Well, yeah. Why change something that's not broken?
Right. So very big news. They did say a question was asked of them. There's a full statement on this online. It's a long statement. I wasn't going to read the whole thing, but there is some information in there. But I did see somebody ask them if the NFL games would be continued to be free or with your cable subscription if you get ESPN. And they said yes. But I think there's a caveat to that because everything is turning to streaming. For better or worse, it just is. So I wouldn't be surprised 5 years from now if it would be on a streaming. They didn't say that, but that's just the direction things are going. Mm-hmm. So yeah, big news there in the sports world.
Yeah.
The NFL is the biggest sport in the United States. For sure. And also in miscellaneous news, Fantasia Gardens, the mini golf course, is getting refurbed. But it will be open during refurbishment. They are not closing. The hours will be adjusted.
Do you want to let everybody who may not know where this is located?
Yeah, it is over there by the Swan and Dolphin Hotel.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be scheduled from September 9th through October 24th. And like I said, it will remain open, but the hours will be different. The hours are usually open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., but from September 9th to September 23rd, they're pushing back the opening until noon. So it'll be from 12 until 10 as opposed to 10 to 10. The closing time is not changing, and the hours are expected to return to normal following September 23rd. And lastly, for all you Stitch fans, the Stitch fans are...
they're abundant.
They're many. They're out there. I'm not one of them, but there are a lot of Stitch fans out
Moms
there.
and pops and all the babes.
All of them.
Lots of
Stitches everywhere you look. We have a date that is coming to Disney Plus. You want to guess? Any guesses?
Nope.
No guesses. September 3rd.
Oh, I was going to say November.
Were you going to say November?
Yeah.
September 3rd, Lilo and Stitch will be available on Disney Plus.
On Disney Plus. So do we have a theater release date, or are we?
It's been out since May.
Oh, my goodness. See, I'm not a Stitchy.
You're not a Stitchy?
I'm not.
Yeah, I think it was released in mid-May, if I remember right. It's supposed to be pretty good. I don't know. I heard a coworker talking about how they didn't like the ending.
I'd go watch it, though.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it.
We're going to watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. For sure. That's it for the Disney news. Okay. Ironically, I think the biggest news out of that was the ESPN thing, which is...
Well, depending on if you're a sports fan or not, like you had said.
Right. I don't know that anybody knew about that. That was like all over my phone. I mean, from, I have sources I get Disney news from, but then just like my regular news that comes on my phone, that was all over those because it was big. So yeah, guess what time it is? I think it's that time to give away a poster.
Okay, let's go.
It's wheel spinning time. Are you ready?
I am ready. I got my pickle wheel here.
I got my list up.
Or picker wheel, I said pickle. I think I might have to go get a pickle.
I had a pickle earlier.
I made homemade pickles.
She did, and they're delicious.
Okay, I'm going to spin. Here we go, guys.
So exciting. Every week.
I wish they could hear it, the little
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I know we should put some sound effects in here.
Okay. 85.
85. Who do we have? We have Viet.
Congratulations.
Viet.
Okay.
Viet, I'm just going to... Viet appears in your email, one of the words in your email address. So we will be emailing Viet later this week. So congratulations, Viet.
Yeah.
And
super.
It was Amy last week and Viet this week.
Okay.
Getting closer.
Wonderful.
Getting closer.
We are. It's exciting.
Now, after Viet wins this, there's only one left.
And Viet, you're still entered into that $50 gift card coming up at the end of this.
Exactly. Yes. You're just not eligible for the last poster. Congratulations, Viet.
Yeah.
Now let's go over to Spotlight on Attraction.
Hey, I have something to say.
What's that?
Why don't we, on our Facebook page, and you can give the full name of that in just a second, but why don't we, on our Facebook page, everybody comment? We could put a post on there about what should our next contest be, and have everyone comment, or whoever would like some input.
Sure.
And we can do a drawing of those.
Of the ideas?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I mean, I'm not paying for somebody to go on a cruise by any means, but,
Keep it within reason.
Yeah, within reason, please, people.
Now I'll have to withdraw the paperwork we put to the board, though.
Oh. See, I'm just full of ideas, but I think that would be great.
That's an excellent idea.
Or we
should do that.
Yeah, just because then that way you guys get to be the ones to choose what you would like to have, whether it be a gift card, whether it be a fuel rod, whether it be a lounge fly. I might even do a lounge fly, maybe a tumbler or a water bottle, a cooling towels, something vacation-y.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, guys.
So I will put that up. Yeah, that's a good idea. I will put it up both on our Facebook page, which is Main Street Talk, and I'll put it in the Facebook group, Disney World Tips and Talk. You should join both because the Facebook group, the Disney World Tips and Talk, is a group, so anybody can post to the page. The other one, Main Street Talk, is the podcast page where we post and people respond to it. So, but anyway, I'll post to both.
Okay.
But if you have any questions about anything Disney World related, put it in the Disney World Tips and Talk, because that's a group where everybody can post and everybody can respond.
Yeah, and then you can get other people's ideas, other listeners' ideas as well, and experiences.
Yep. So yeah, that's a great idea. I will put that up. Look for that by the time I'll put this up. Today's Saturday. I will put it up tomorrow on Sunday. So keep an eye out. Or if you listen to this, it was up yesterday by the time this airs.
Well, and then so we have Viet one this week. We'll have one more drawing next week, and then we have the card winner. So
$50.
let's start. We will decide what everyone's input. With everyone's input, what we're going to do for the next contest by first episode of September?
I think that's reasonable. First or second. We'll see what kind of responses we get. The first or second, and we'll make a decision on what the next giveaway will be.
Yeah, so guys, get your input in there.
Hats on. We're not buying a cruise.
And you got to take us with you.
Well, yeah, if you want to do that, I mean,
we'll buy yours, you buy ours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good idea. I'll put that up in the morning.
Perfect. So definitely get your friends and family involved with this, because everybody's got a little bit of a say.
I like the participation. And speaking of the participation, we are going to have a guest on in the next 2 or 3 weeks. A listener wants to be on the show. I mentioned that last week. But I think, we're going to talk. Seth. Yeah, we're going to talk to Seth very, very soon.
Yeah, there's already been some communications going back and forth. We're just kind of narrowing stuff down and making everything jive.
Okay, Enchanted Tales with Belle is our spotlight this week. I'm going to let you start with this one.
Really? Because I got a lot going on here.
Well, I have I have some too.
Okay.
But I don't want to. I'm going to let you go, and I'm
okay.
And when I go, forgive me if I repeat, but I'm going to try not to.
Well,
so
I usually let you go first because I'm better at tracking.
Because you're much better at tracking. Should I go first?
I don't know. You know what? What the hey? Whatever. Either one of us.
Hey, this is a family-friendly show.
I said, what the hey? Right. What the hey? Okay. Well, I guess I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So we have Enchanted Tales with Belle, and it is an indoor interactive encounter with Belle, where you relive the magic of Disney's Beauty and the Beast during an unforgettable reenactment starring Belle, Lumiere, and you. There's no height requirement. The capacity of the show is approximately 20 minutes. It includes a walk through Maurice's cottage, his workshop, and the Beast's library. Now, because the cottage and the workshop are somewhat small, the library is larger. But because those two first rooms are somewhat small, there is a capacity, and they only allow it says 48 people per show.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's, it's so...
Right, but I didn't know it was that many.
I didn't know either.
I thought it was less than that.
When we went in,
30.
Yeah, when we went in, there were not that many. So what happens is the seating arrangement, once you get through, the seating arrangement in the library is backless, padded benches in a theater-style setting. There's obviously no lightning lane for this, And for accessibility reasons, because those first two rooms are a little tight as far as navigating through.
Right, yeah, they are tight.
Through the areas. An individual who is in an electric vehicle must be able to transfer to a wheelchair because they're easier to navigate and get around so you're not crashing into, the workbench and things like that.
Right.
So in any case, they also have assisted listening devices as well as handheld captioning for those folks who may need that with a little bit of a hearing impairment. There is a PhotoPass individual available, and this is a December 6, 2012 opening date as part of the new fantasy expansion. So that's what I've got.
Okay. And I only have a couple things to add.
Oh.
And I followed along very well.
You did very well.
You are very impressed with me right now.
I am so proud of you.
Because my attention to detail is
on point.
Is basement level. So the only thing I have to add is this was replacing a show called Storytime with Belle.
Okay.
And the attraction temporarily closed on March 12th, 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but it didn't reopen until February 19th, 2023.
Oh, wow.
I will add personal experience if you've never been in there. I guess you call them animatronics in that first room are really, really cool.
Yeah.
And the participation is really cute.
Yeah, it is. Actually, yeah. And to add on to what you just said about the participation, they go through and they select audience members, children and whatnot to participate and be the characters
in the story
that are in the story. They get to go up front and stand front and center stage with Belle and put on a little skit. It's super cute. And then she takes photos with them. It's just absolutely adorable.
Yeah. If you've never been in, it's a really cute show. It's a good spending of time.
I'll tell you what, me as an adult, I sat back there. I was in the last row, Nick and I were, and I was just smiling ear to ear like I was a little kid. Belle probably thought I was a weirdo.
She gets that a lot. She told me she gets it a lot.
That's okay, though, because I don't care. I love me.
Yeah, super cute show. The kids get involved. Even adults. Like nights and stuff. Like, there's a night. And
yeah, they have I don't know, what is it, like 4 or 5 different.
Yeah, there's several people they choose.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very fun.
It is.
All right, well, that's our Spotlight on Attraction this week. We're still in Fantasyland. I don't know how many we have left, but we'll get that knocked out. And doing this Spotlight on Attraction, I am learning a lot.
Yeah.
Like backstories and, things
and
like
then
that.
we are learning a lot, and then we're passing it on to anyone else who has those interests. But they're interesting to us. So we hope you enjoy them as well.
Yeah. So the reason I started this podcast alone, the reason I started it was because more of people on their first or second trips, so they're informed as they go to but I'm learning a lot, especially about these attractions. So this is fun.
Yeah, it is. So where are we going next? What would you like to do?
We're going to do our tip or trick of the week.
Okay. And then we're going to do movie?
Oh, no, we need movie. No.
First.
Yep, we do movie before tip or trick.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And guess what this week's movie?
Oh, I wonder. Can anybody guess?
Can anybody guess?
Can you guess, babe? What do you think it is?
Monsters, Inc.
No.
Not Monsters, Inc.
I know I did the whole Wazowski thing earlier, but we're not Monsters.
Okay.
We are Beauty and the Beast tonight.
Beauty and the Beast.
Of course, we're Beauty and the Beast.
How did I not guess that?
So we have Belle, and she came out for Beauty and the Beast show on September 29th, 1991. It's 84 minutes. The budget was $25 million. The box office pulled $451.2 million.
What year was this?
This was 1991.
Wow. That's a big number for 1991.
Incredible. So, directed by Gary Truesdale and Kirk Wise, screenplay by Linda Wolverton, produced by Dan Hahn. Since it was more kid-friendly, Disney based the film on a Janine Marie Le Prince de Beaumont's 1756 version, as well as some elements of the 1946 version by another gal named, you told me it's probably pronounced Jean, or it's Jean.
Yeah, Jean.
It's Jean in today's pronunciation.
In France.
Yeah. However, the original was written by a successful mid-18th century French fairy tale writer and novelist, Gabrielle Suzanne Barbault de Villanova.
Hold on. So let me understand this right. So the Disney story that we see in the movie in the 1990 in the 90s movie is a mashup of two stories.
Yes.
Is that correct?
And it's not the original.
Okay. They mashed up two stories. Okay.
Yeah. So if you think about it, the original is number 1. Disney based it on number 2 and 3.
Okay.
But there are still some elements, because 2 and 3 are based off of number 1. Right. So you still get some of number 1.
You still get some, right.
Right. So first one is more of an adulter version. So that's why Disney
didn't want to touch that one.
Yeah. Well, let's leave that alone. And that one was in 1740. So the original number 1 came out 1740. The ones that Disney's is based on, the first writer was 1756 and then 1946. And the first one in 1740 by the Risqué was part of a collection, The Young American and Marine Tales by Miss Gabrielle. So the age in the movie, Belle is 17. She's helpful, intelligent, selfless. Selfless. Oh my gosh. She's French. Her occupation, she's a reader and an inventor's daughter. And some even went on to say that she actually did some inventions on her own, as I read into other stories that have developed as a result of this one. So the storyline is an enchantress disguised as a beggar offers the selfish prince a rose in exchange for shelter from a storm. He denies her and is cursed after her true form is revealed, where he is transformed into a beast and his servants into household objects. To break the curse, the prince must learn to love someone and gain their love in return before the last petal falls from the enchanted rose. And if he fails, he has to stay a beast forever. So his sidekicks are in the movie, the many servants of the castle, but notably the candelabra, Lumiere.
He's my favorite.
The mantle clock is Cogsworth.
Okay.
So these are all like, totally fitting. And then we have the teapot, Mrs. Potts, and her teacup son, Chip off the old block. Dad is Maurice, and Belle's spouse, hate to be a story breaker, ends up being the Beast, guys. Follow-up movies are Beauty and the Beast live action in 2017.
Which is good. We watched that recently.
That is very good. It's very good. So, and then they actually have children.
The Beast and, Prince. What's his Prince?
Adam, I believe is his name. So they have Ben. Their son Ben comes out in The Descendants.
Okay.
And
they all come out in The Descendants, don't they?
Yeah. And he is of the Aradon kingdom, which in The Descendants, Beast and Belle rule Aradon kingdom. So it all ties in. So
all fitting.
Descendants is primarily under the ruling of Belle and Beast. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So in 1994, Beauty and the Beast became the first Disney film adapted into a Broadway musical, which won a Tony Award and ran for 13 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beauty and the Beast was also the first animated film to win a Golden Globe Award for Best Motion Picture and first to receive a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Picture. It ultimately won the Academy Awards for Best Original Score and Best Original Song. And the song was, of course, Beauty and the Beast. Right. So with that, I'm going to jump over to another tab here because we were kind of touching base on all the shows that were, all the films that were within the Renaissance. So we just discussed awards. So I'd like to go a little bit more into the awards that were nominated and received. So Beauty and the Beast, 1991. It was Academy Award nominations, 6.
Wow.
Academy Award wins, 2.
That's a good 2 out of 6. That's a great
night. I just named the 2. Right. And it even gets more exciting because the Annie Award, and if those of you who may not remember what the Annie Award is, the highest honor you can get for
animated films?
Animations, yes.
Okay.
Nominations, 2. Wins, 2.
2? Wow.
So terrific. That was amazing. Walt Disney unsuccessfully attempted to adapt Beauty and the Beast into an animated film during the 1930s and 1950s. But inspired by the success of The Little Mermaid in 1989, Disney executive Jeffrey Katzenberg enlisted the same songwriting team used in The Little Mermaid to construct the Beauty and the Beast. First-time directors Truesdale and Wise, with the aid of Wolverton, Beauty and the Beast became the first animated film to utilize a completed screenplay prior to storyboarding, the second film to use computer animation production systems, which allow seamless blending of traditional and computer animations, particularly when they're in the ballroom dancing. And it finished its run as the third highest grossing film of 1991.
Third highest.
And it was the first animated film to gross over $100 million in the U.S.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. And then I have a little bit of bonus information. So the original 1740 was inspired by a real life story of Petrus Gonsalves and his bride-to-be Catherine. So we found this photo and we'll have Nick put them up on the blog so everyone can kind of view it.
I got both of them.
Okay.
So we'll have that up by the time the show airs. Well, thanks, Joni. That was a lot. A lot of research. I know you spent a lot of time researching these. And
it's a good movie, though.
So on to tips and tricks.
Okay.
This is a tip or trick that I think a lot of first-timers look at, and I know we did when we went in 2023 because I had not been in a long time and you had never been, is the crowd calendars you see online. My tip is, I guess, kind of two-sided. The crowd calendars you find online are highly inaccurate anymore. I think since COVID, travel habits have changed a lot. But what my tip is for, you can still use a travel calendar, and this is what we use them for. The crowd calendars will tell you when the cheer competitions are there,
yes.
the run, the marathons, the all the extracurricular things Disney has there where droves of people, come in for.
Yes.
Use them for that.
Yeah.
Disney's going to be busy. It's always going to be busy. Sometimes it's going to be busier than others.
And it's always going to rain.
It's always going to rain. But typically holiday, like President's Day, anytime there's a holiday, Martin Luther King Day, those are going to be busy times. But yeah, if you want to find out when it's going to be less busy, don't go during cheer competitions and marathons and stuff like that. Those are what the crowd calendars are good for because they will tell you when they are.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my tip. Don't see a crowd calendar and you see the week is green because that may be completely false. It may be right, but it could be false.
Yeah, it's just there's too many variants to base
too many variables.
Yeah.
People travel different now. It's, that's just how it is.
Yeah. Well, and that maybe those were constructed at a time where you had to make your reservations and they just kind of stuck.
Yeah. And
when reservations were required, and they're not required now.
Another good way to tell when Disney expects it to be busy is ticket prices.
Yes.
Annual pass blackout dates.
Yes.
That's another way to tell when Disney's going to be busy. So these are just tools that you can.
Yeah, if they're not going to allow annual pass holders in, they're expecting heavy crowds.
So yeah, crowd calendars, look at it for cheer competitions and marathons.
Plan accordingly.
And just expect it's going to be busy. And if it's not, hey.
Yeah. There's actually been a couple times that we were there and we expected it to be a lot busier than it was. And we were quite surprised.
We were there last August. I remember Animal Kingdom. We did the party. The Halloween party, and we did one Animal Kingdom day, and Animal Kingdom was dead.
We literally got off a ride, got back in line, went on the same ride.
Yeah, Everest.
Didn't even have to wait.
It was dead. And I was expecting it, it's August. Kids were in school, or kids were out of school.
Uh-huh.
So it was dead, yeah. So that's going to do it for this week's show. Remember, we are going to post in our Facebook group and the page what you guys would like to see in a raffle. Keep it within reason. Let us know. We will go over it. I will withdraw our paperwork we already put into the board.
That's okay. We'll just put that other paperwork on pause.
Oh,
I like this idea better, where our listeners get to.
I think it's a great idea.
Get to say what they want.
Yep, I think it's absolutely a great idea. So
and we may. I mean, depending on the effects of it, we may do that one.
And we have also talked about getting a poll going together, having a weekly poll question on our website. We're still talking about that and trying to figure that out. But I think that's something that's going to happen soon.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can integrate our winner based on some poll participation in the future.
Could be.
But this one for sure, comment. All you got to do is comment. What do you want?
Facebook page.
Tell us what you
like
want
to see. Keep within reason, please.
If it's not within reason, we're just going to scroll right by it. Okay.
So yeah, that question will be asked on the Facebook page, Main Street Talk, and also in the group, Disney World Tips and Talk. And you can follow our Instagram page at Main Street Talk Podcast. Our website is mainstreettalkpod.com. That is that's our home base for everything. We are affiliated to the Magic Candle Company. You can find the link on our website at mainstreettalkpod.com. Use the code Main Street Talk at checkout and use the link on our website to get 15% off your entire order. And you can contact me for any Disney-related travel, nick.garcia@academytravel.com. My services are free, and I can get your vacation going for you. So, yeah, check the Facebook page and comment what you would like. And until then, we will talk to you real soon.
Bye.